Here I'll discuss about introduction to gynecology. History collection. These includes in-depth history taking and examinations in general, abdominal and internal. It should be emphasized that a mediculous history taking alone can give a positive diagnosis in majority of cases without any physical examination. On occasion, ancillary aids are required to confirm the diagnosis. This should be taken in details. If multiple symptoms are present, their chronologic appearances are to be noted. Inquiry should be made about the bowel habits and urinary trouble. Name, age, marital status, parity, social status, address. Chief complaints. Menstrual history. Age of onset of the first period. Regularity of the cycle. Duration of period, length of the cycle, amount of bleeding excess is indicated by the passage of clots or number of pad used. First day of the last menstrual period, LMP. The menstrual history can be reproduced as 13-4-28, representing that the period began at the age of 13, lasts for 4 days, and occurs every 28 days. Obstetric history. If patient had been previously pregnant, details are to be inquired. Many times the complaints may be related to the pregnancy, complications or lactation. Past medical history. Relevant medical disorders, systemic, metabolic, endocrine. Past surgical history. This includes general obstetrical and gynecological surgery. Family history. History of malignancy in the breast, colon, ovary or other genital organs is often related. Tubercular affection of any family member can give a clue in diagnosis of pelvic tuberculosis. Personal history. Occupation, marital status, married, widow, divorced or separated should be inquired. If married, a detail of sexual life should be noted, especially in case of infertility. Examinations. The examination include general and systemic examination, gynecological examination, breast examination, abdominal examination, pelvic examination. General and systemic examination. Body build too obese or too thin, nutrition average poor, stature, development of secondary sex characters, skin pale or jaundice, teeth, germs and tonsils, neck, lower extremities, edema of legs, cardiovascular and respiratory systems. Gynecological examination. Breast examination. This should be routine, especially in women above the age of 30. Breast pathology, carcinoma, abdominal examination. Pre-requisites. Bladder should be empty. Actual steps: inspection, palpation, percussion, auscultation. Inspection. This skin condition of abdomen, presence of old scars, stye, prominent veins or aversion of the umbilical to be noted. Incisional hernia, intestinal obstruction, pelvic peritonitis, ascites, pelvic tumor. Palpation. The palpation should be done with the flat of the hand rather than lift tips of the fingers. If a mass is felt in the lower abdomen, its location, surface, mobility, location, size above the symphysis pubis, consistency, feel, surface, mobility from side to side and from above to down, and margins are to be noted. In general, lower border cannot be raised in the pelvic tumor, but in ovarian tumors with the long pedicle, one can go below the lower pole. If the tumor is cystic and huge, one can exhibit a fluid thrill felt with a flat hand placed on one side from the tumor, when the cyst is tapped on the other side of the tumor with the other hand. Percussion. A pelvic tumor is usually dull on percussion with the resonance on the flanks. If there are intestinal adhesion or tumor is retroperitoneal, it will be resonant. In the presence of ascites, the flanks will be dull on percussion and the shifting dullness. If ELISA confirm the diagnosis of free fluid in the peritoneal cavity. Auscultation reveals only the intestinal sound. If the tumor is of pregnant uterus, FHR can be heard beyond 24 weeks. Pelvic examination. Pelvic examination include inspection of the external genitalia, vaginal examination, inspection of the cervix and vaginal walls, palpation of the vaginal cervix by digital examination, bimanual examination of the pelvic organs, rectal examination, rectovaginal examination. Prerequisites. Patient's bladder must be empty. A female attendant should be present by the side to examine a minor or unmarried, or a consent from the parents or guardian is required. Lower bowel should preferably be empty. A light source should be available. Sterile gloves and sterile lubricant. Positions of the patient. The patient is commonly examined in dorsal position with the knees flexed. Inspection of the vulva. And this includes anatomical abnormalities starting from the pubic hair, clitoris, labia, and perineum. The visible vaginal discharge. To separate the labia using fingers of the left hand, or to note external urethral meatus, visible openings of the Bartholin's ducts and the characters of the hymen. To ask the patient to stain the alights. Stress in incontinence, urine comes out through urethral meatus. Genital prolapse and structures inward anterior vaginal wall, uterus alone in posterior vaginal wall, or all of the three. Lastly, to look at the hemorrhoids and fissures or anal fistula if any. Vaginal examination. Inspection of the vagina, cervix, speculum examination. Advantage are cervix, scalp, and endocervical sampling can be taken screening. Cervical vaginal discharge. The cervical lesion may bleed during bimanual examination, which makes the lesion difficult to visualize. Two types of speculum are commonly used: Sims or Cush's B12. Digital examination. Digital examination is done using a club index finger lubricated with the sterile lubricant, vagina with the intact hymen. The examination withheld but can be employed under anesthesia. Bimanual examination. The glove right index and middle fingers smeared with the lubricants are inserted into the vagina. The information obtained by bimanual examinations: palpation of the uterus, palpations of the uterine appendages, pouch of Duff glass. Rectal or recto-abdominal examination. A rectal examination can be done in isolation or as an adjunct with an examination. A recto-vaginal examination. The procedure consists of introducing the index finger in the vagina and the middle finger is the intact. The examination may help to determine whether lesions in the bowel or between the rectum and vagina. A recto-abdominal examination. Investigation: blood values, hemoglobin, ESR, VDRL, platelet count. Urine examinations: urine examined. chemically for the presence of protein and sugar. Culture and drug sensitivity, midstream collection, catheter collection, suprapubic blood puncture, urethral discharge, vaginal or cervical discharge, cervical and vaginal smear, screening procedure, collection of material, cervical scraping, vaginal pole aspiration, colposcopy, X-ray, ultrasound, CT scan, MRI, PET. Thank you for so much.